Righty, that works. Hello. Hi Makio, how you doing? Let me see. I can close this. Teehee. Does this work? I think this works. Yeah, we're good. Alright, I'm definitely gonna need my glasses for this one. Where are they though? Oh, okay, I see. Found them. Alright, so here it is. Okay. This. I guess that's all for now. Might want to do a dip pen later on, but I don't know how far we'll get, so probably this one. Why is there fireworks on the 19th of July where I am? I have no idea. For us, it would be the 4th. Is there like a summer festival thingy maybe? I don't know. But yeah, basically what I'm going to try to practice today is just line work techniques. No, I'm not drawing feet. I guess I'll try with something simple first. Um, bark, meow. Oh, you're hungry? Why don't you eat something? and tired, mostly lazy. Oh, I guess that's why you're not eating anything. You don't want to prepare anything for yourself. Just making an assortment of objects that I'm going to try the inking techniques out on with this. I don't even know if they show up on stream right now, but that's fine. That's fine with what I have here, so I'll just start. Sure, this ink would behave better on um, denser paper, but I might switch my tool for the next practice, because it's kind of, it bleeds too much. Maybe I'll use a thinner um, pen tip or something. That way there's less ink coming out of it. Mm. Drawing ribbons. I guess this part, yeah. The rest of it is just miscellaneous objects that I'm just trying to apply the technique that I'm trying to practice. It's like I don't know if you've, well, first of all, hello. And how you're doing. But I don't know if you've seen those illustrations sometimes in like old books where it's just lines, kind of like how the illustrations on the dollar bills are, where it's just a lot of like lines for the picture. It's like ink work. Yeah, like hatching, yeah. I'm gonna try to be like that. This is just a practice run. This is the wrong pen for me to use. I'm probably gonna even the wrong paper for me to use. But I might try this pen. It's like 3.5 or 0.35, so it's really thin compared to I think this is 5 millimeter, but really it doesn't seem like that. 0.5 millimeter seems thicker. Some of the books I read as a child had sort of hatching style. Yeah, exactly. So I want to try that. I want to try it. Hello, Angel of the Renaissance. How you doing? What's happening? Oh, I'm just practicing. I was supposed to do some comic stuff, but I don't have the stuff prepared to do it on stream. I was gonna do like character redesigns and like thumbnailing, but I don't have the outline stuff ready for that. So this was a backup stream. How's your stuff coming along? It seems like it was. Did you finish lady painting? No, I didn't finish it. It's I haven't touched it since I last showed you guys because I kind of want to just let it sit for a little bit, and then I think it's just really the finishing touches around the eye and maybe some miscellaneous details here and there. So it's pretty much finished. It's just I need to do the finishing touches, scan it in, and edit it, and then I'll probably post it all over the place. I tend to do that with a lot of art that I do. Like I let it sit for a little bit before I share it because you always catch something that you would like to like correct or something. Um like that. All right. So one of the techniques that I saw them do is they fade out their lines by like doing some kind of dot thing like this. Right, doesn't work out there for a sec. I don't know if I'm doing this wrong. Or maybe after I do it on a bunch of them, then it looks better. I don't know. Sometimes it's better to come back to a project later because it can lead to improvements, I guess. Yes. And I don't know if there's a better way to word it. Well, yeah, I think it's pretty much that. Like if you like there's obviously multiple things that could happen. You could also just not feel like working on it anymore. But if it's something that's as close to being finished as this one, when I come back to them after like letting them sit for a while, I usually pick up things that I wasn't able to see um when I was like more focused on trying to get it done, I guess. I don't know. Hard to explain art stuff with words. This line is difficult to make at this angle if I'm not holding this brush in a certain way. Or not brush, this pen. I think if I hold it like this, it'll be easier. maybe. Something something is weird. Of course, I could just either move my whole body or move the actual. Like if I wasn't recording or streaming, I could just move this entire thing at an angle that I could work at better. I guess I can move my body as well to get a better angle. Since this is fabric, I'm probably gonna try some actual cross hatching on it. So like the lines going in both directions. That way it gives it like a weaving kind of texture, I guess. Hello, Kali. How you doing? Doing okay? That's good. I'm doing pretty all right. Practicing a style of inking, I guess. You know the I guess it's like an old illustration technique where they just use hatching for their drawings. Trying to do something like that. Looks nice. Yeah, right now it's just a bunch of miscellaneous objects just to practice the techniques. But I think they would look really good on like backgrounds that I could potentially use for the comic. Like forest and trees and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to do it like that. This is the wrong pen for me to use, but I'm just doing this for practice right now, so I'm just gonna tolerate it. It's fine. I wonder if they use super fine pens because this is obviously not point 0.5 or it's bleeding too much because this is like low quality paper. So maybe if I use like a Bristol or something, that will be easier to have thinner lines because then you could make a small drawing technically and scan it in really big. Drawing a flower that way soon? Yeah, that's the plan. It's just that a flower, I mean, like, I guess this here part could be practiced too for that specifically, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say like the flower, the form of it is a lot more complex than the shapes here. So I'm gonna get these figured out first, and then hopefully we can do flowers like this. Those will look really cool. Um, I'll probably I could do. I don't know which flower to do actually. I was just thinking to do something really typical, like just a rose or something, but we'll see. because when you're doing lines for this, you're making consideration to the direction of flow in the form. So like for this one, it's a circular or a cylindrical shape like a ball. So you're considering how to do it to make it look like, okay, yeah, this is a 3D ball. But then you're considering also the thicker lines have to be over here because of the light coming this way. This would change if this was a ball in motion. Like I would be doing maybe shading in the direction of the actual movement. And then there's the consideration of nearby objects where the lines that you're using have to be different so you can tell which object starts, which object ends. Or sometimes it doesn't matter that much because where there's object overlap, you can just kind of thicken the lines, and then the darkness, I guess, will divide the objects. It's a beehive on a tissue. A beehive on a tissue. So towards the light source, not only do the lines get thinner, but they also get less dense. That's something that I observed because I was looking at a lot of artists to like kind of figure out, oh, what are they doing here? What are they doing there? I wish I could have some longer videos to watch though. So I'll probably look around on. I probably have some downloaded actually. I'll probably look through what I have first. You want to shape the shadows around the light? Yeah. Kind of did that in pencil a little bit, but there's also the technique of shading. Like I can't really do it here, but if I were to do it like a traditionally shaded style, like with pencil or something, I would always be shading from the shadow and pulling the shadow towards the light. That's typically how I would do it, and that way it helps me get the gradients to look good, to look smooth. I don't really know how to properly enclose this like light spot. Maybe just keep going around. I could probably switch to a thinner pen for that area. Are you working on your stuff right now, Angel? Or are you taking a break? Just chilling, maybe? I don't know. Drawing along, I see. I don't know if you've streamed. I've seen your videos, of course, on YouTube and Twitter, but I don't know if you've streamed yet. Getting ready to go live. Oh, cool. Well, there you go. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll look out for that. Because I don't think I've watched you live yet. I think you do a lot of ink stuff, so I'll probably watch that and learn what I can. Because you do more like dip pen stuff, I believe, right? Yeah, exactly. Traditional nibs. I have some, but I don't really use them a lot. I have these. I have other nibs too, but these are the ones that I've pretty much been using. Working traditional is therapeutic, in my opinion. I don't know what it is for me, but I I was gonna say I hate digital, which is not. It's probably too strong a word, but pretty much everything that I've been doing in digital, um, there's something about the process that doesn't feel good. I guess um, it's inhibiting kind of as well to like what I want to do or what I've wanted to kind of. I don't know how to explain it. I don't like digital. I'll just say that. And everything I've been doing in traditional feels great. So I guess I'll just say, yeah, I'll just say that, just like you did. I prefer traditional. This is a painting that I was working on. It's not done yet. Acrylic painting. I think you were here for some of it. Like you at least popped in, I think. There's a bunch of other stuff. I have a lot of material that I need to actually use because I've accumulated them throughout the years. And it just feels so much better to have it, like the work that you've done there, not just so that you have it to like move around, but you'll never lose it technically. Like I don't know if your house burns down or something probably, but at that point there's probably bigger problems. But when it's in the computer, it somehow feels already somehow lost. Like it's not there really. Like what happens when the power goes out, you know what I mean? Not like the power is just going out all the time, but only seeing the digital stuff, well, you have hands. Yeah, I have hands. I don't know. I don't remember when you've last been here, but I've been doing more traditional lately, I think. I mean, I had a spell where I was doing traditional a lot when I was like trying to learn color, but I'm moving back to doing a lot more of that. And I'll probably still do digital for like parts of the process. For example, the comics, if I'm using screen tones or if I'm doing the lettering inside of the software, that's what it will be used for. So like the screen tones, they're too expensive essentially. I mean, I can find a way to mimic them with like for example, if you were to do ink washes, you could probably do certain noise type screen tones, but the dotted screen tones, I don't know how I would do that. Maybe with a sponge and like a very fine mesh or a grate or something, like a very fine piece of metal and just have it there and use the sponge with some ink and just like go like that. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Going to be here for 30ish minutes. How you doing? Interesting to see you do like the basics I would have to. Oh, like yeah, exercises or something like that. Um, but yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm doing like practice and stuff here. It's because of the ink style that I want to find to figure out. That's why I get my screen tones. Oh, you do the like you use a mesh and you use like a sponge on it. That works fine because I've never tried it. I just kind of have the idea in my head. I don't know if that's actually a viable option. I just remember my cousin went to Japan and she was looking at there's like a manga supply store. She was like walking through it and showing me, and I was like, "Holy crap! All the screen tones are so cheap." And I didn't want to like put it on her to to bring me like a box of screen tones because yeah, I think you have to pay import or something. But even if you pay import, it's cheaper. Either way, I could just order that if I really want to get into screen tones. If I don't figure out an alternative, at least. And they're like transparent stickers. Wait. I think I missed a message here. You say uh that's where I get my screen tones. They're like transparent stickers. Ink washes are awesome too. Oh, yeah, ink washes. I need to make sure the paper's okay for that. But like I posted in the Discord, I could just flatten it if it bends too much out of shape. gonna get set up, but thank you for sharing your progress. Yeah. I'm assuming that you're gonna stream, like you said, so I'm gonna look out for it. I'm probably gonna pop in a bit. Let me see. Okay, so there's almost an hour here, and then I probably have an hour more. Unless Blue streams, maybe I'll cut the stream short. Who knows? I think she's supposed to stream. Let me see if he's. I'm gonna see if I can just put the page up. That way I can pop in easily. Man, imagine the challenges of this style. Stuff like transparency and right now that's the only one I can think of. But I'm sure there's other challenges uh regarding like material quality and stuff. I guess there's also high time costs. But yeah. It didn't look like there's so many errors that you can kind of point out to, but as the work comes together, the errors start to like just become part of it. I would still call it crude quality though, but that's due to the could be the fact that I'm seeing it a lot larger than you guys are seeing it on stream, and it's just the nature of the quality of supplies that I have right now. The ones that I'm using, at least, I have better ones because I just didn't feel like using the good quality supplies on techniques that I'm not sure I'm good at yet. Yeah, it's way too much bleed. I'm barely touching the page. And it's bleeding that much ink. It bleeds a lot less when I have it at an angle because obviously the surface area that's being touched to the page is less. But if I have it at another direct angle, it will bleed way too much ink onto the page here. You can see that. Following a guideline from somewhere or just in intuiting it. There's like well, there was. I don't think there are anymore. I kind of covered them, but there's pencil lines that I've drawn, like for the general outline of it, at least. Or do you mean like a guideline for the style? If you mean the guideline for the style, I did watch some videos, like just looking at how they do certain things. Like if they wanted to make lines go thinner, they would go like the line and then dot dot dot, the line and then dot dot dot, the line and then dot dot dot, and then eventually it would look like a gradient kind of. Various techniques like that. I did watch some videos, but other than that, yeah, pretty much just kind of feeling it out. Because I feel like if you look at the thing that you like, you can kind of attempt it and you'll learn kind of how to do it. There's going to be some things about it that are too subtle to just grasp just by trying to like wing it, but a lot of it you'll kind of figure out how to do. I know in digital it's difficult to figure out how to do stuff because it's way more complicated. Like there's all these different blending modes and filters and whatever else, but for traditional it's a lot easier to wing it. All right, so for the second direction, I should probably have paid attention to this part of the process for the other artist that I was watching. But I wonder if they do everything in one direction first, and then they have a second pass to like go in the other direction. Because in my head, that's what makes sense. I'm going to do that right now too. I just need to pick out the areas that are going to be darker, and maybe I'll switch. Let's use a thinner one. Actually, no, I'll stick with the. I'll use a thinner one for a second drawing here, which will just probably be a cape. I want to see how that works with the direction of motion instead of the direction of form. Guess it makes sense if it's for a gradient. Yeah, like the shading of it, right? So, all right, so here is going to be thicker. So I'm just going to go with the, so there's two directions here. There's the direction of like curvature of the forms curving like that, which I tried to capture. And then I already did it here, so that was an accident. The direction of the fabric coming this way. So those are two directions to consider. I guess I'll start with here then, because I already started with the other direction. So I should have done it like this. It's gonna be very static. What I mean by static is like the squares are gonna be square square, not like a rhombus. And that communicates a little bit more of a stasis than a movement. Like stillness is what I mean. Like when you have the hatching that is like the lines are, what would it be called? Perpendicular? Like cross, and they're like perfectly straight. They're not like angled. This one will have the angled one, but I guess I'll just stick with the straights here. Oh, Blue's live. Oh, so if you have your have your out. Have I even gone for an hour? I've gone for an hour. I have my out. Oh, good night, Sabrina. It didn't update for her on the chat watching thing that I have here. Hello, Alex. Your arrival has announced my departure because I'm about to end stream early. Um, Let me see here. Angel of the Renaissance is not gone live. Why not? You said you would go live. You lied to me. I don't know. I'll just keep that open just in case. Maybe I have the wrong channel too. I don't know if he goes live on that channel because it doesn't look like there's any lives saved. Uh, Let me open Blue's stream. Dang, I didn't get the notification until now. Well, you didn't miss too much. It's just practicing hatching technique, I guess. I'm tired, anyways. Yeah. All right. Good night. I was gonna say good evening. It's working out. I'll look into a bunch of other techniques and try them out as well. Probably if I post this stuff that I'm doing, I'll probably only post it in the Discord. I don't think it's for sharing on social media. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go get a melatonin now. Alrighty. Have a good sleep. Have a good weekend. I'll see you when I'm working on something more substantial. Let me see. How does Twitch look? Okay. I'll see you guys on, well, what the fuck? Who's talking? Oh, it was that. Alright. Okay. See you guys.